This is Randy Hunt, voice of the Patriots, and we're bringing you Patriot TV this week with Coach Vickers. Welcome, Coach. We're 2-0 on the young season, and that's the good news. A couple weeks ago, we talked about filling vacancies from last year's playoff team, and there's always a lot of unknowns before you start playing. We've got 2 weeks in, and would you say you're a little more comfortable after a couple games?
Yeah, absolutely. I think our kids have really responded well to what we were trying to do here early on in the season. We kind of picked up a little bit where we left off last year with what we want to do offensively. Defensively, a fairly new scheme, and our kids really got behind it and really, kind of enjoyed, kind of turning loose and playing that defensive scheme. But our guys have really fit in nicely with the kids that came out and where they fit with what we want to do. Everybody's had a great attitude and really just done whatever we need them to do.
Yep, I've seen the same thing on the field. So last week we talked about Matt McKinney picking up 4 fumble recoveries. Neither one of us had said we'd never seen that done before. A week later, our Marcus guy we've been talking about since the season started, touches the ball 4 times, scores 4 touchdowns. He ends up with about 217 all-purpose yards. His offensive output wasn't much. He had a 15-yard run and a 47-yard touchdown reception. Then he had 2 punt returns for 75 and 80 yards.
Marcus had a great game. I guess the best way to put it is he took advantage of the opportunities he had. It was kind of a weird game in the fact that we didn't have one ball carrier carry the ball more than 3 times in the entire game. So that was kind of unique. But, I don't know that I've seen anybody touch the ball 4 times and score 4 touchdowns. I'm sure it's happened. But, I was coming off the field at halftime, and a little one kind of just tapped me on the side and said, "Hey, did you know that every time Marcus touched the ball, he scored?" I kind of chuckled and said, "No, I didn't know that." I thought the coaches, when they got inside, they said, "Yeah, I guess that's right." And so it was a neat game, but it was a unique game in the fact that everything that we wanted to do just worked, and we didn't get a lot of reps in on offense, but they were good reps, so we'll take it.
Yeah, we're going to have Marcus on the show a little bit later. He had a special night. The offense was proficient. I mean, you couldn't. I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking we only ran about 6 or 7 offensive plays the entire first half. It seemed like we'd only have 1 or 2 downs at most, and before we score, and then special teams would run punts back, and it's like we were up 40-something to nothing at the halftime, and hadn't really run that many plays.
No, it was like I said, very very weird game in that aspect. I just kind of finished figuring out the stats today. We only had about 318 yards rushing or so, and that's with 12 different guys running the ball. And 47, 48 yards passing. So, we just didn't have the opportunity to rack up a lot of yards. We had great field position, and like I said, with the special teams play, it just kind of it was a unique game. But certainly we like to be on those ends of those games.
Oh, absolutely. I think I counted, going back watching game film, I think I counted like 26 possessions and 12 different guys running the ball, including quarterbacks, and of course we had second, third string coming in before halftime. And once again, we pitch a shutout on defense. The defense is continuing to work hard and not giving up a lot of holes, and a lot of positive things on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we gave up a couple plays early on for 4 or 5 yards that they tried to hit the fullback up in there and run right at us. Our guys adjusted a little bit on some of their angles, and from that point forward, they just didn't have a lot of success. Again, I just looked at it. They had 36 carries for -7 yards on defense, and so anytime you can hold a team to negative yardage for the game, that's pretty daggone impressive. And so we're proud of our defense. They play hard, they play fast, they play aggressive, and so I couldn't ask much more of them on Friday night, that's for sure.
Yeah, so we're 2-0. Maybe have played possibly maybe two weakest teams on our schedule. That's to be seen. You talked about last week. The only game on the schedule is the game this week.
Sure.
And so this week we have James Monroe coming to town. This is a game that I know everyone, even before the season, we knew this was going to be a game. This is a playoff team from last year. They've only played one game. They played against Greenbrier East. They beat Greenbrier East. I can't remember what the score was.
34-6.
34-6. So a good game against a AAA team. I know this past week the Metro News Power Rankings have James Monroe ranked 9th, West Side's 10th, and we're 11th. So tell us about what we're going to run into Friday night.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I knew when we scheduled James Monroe back in the spring, that would be the toughest team on our schedule. But we had to improve our schedule a little bit, and I knew if we wanted to make the playoffs and kind of improve our positioning there, that we had to kind of pick our schedule up a little bit. And so that was the intent behind it. Now they were 8-2 last year. They bring a lot of their guys back. Their best lineman, they probably moved to a skill position. He's in the offensive backfield, and he's a linebacker as well. You're going to see a team that lines up, from what we've seen with a tight end and a couple wing backs, and they like to run sweeps to the outside. And then they're going to run their fullback up the middle. They're going to run with their quarterback, and the quarterback's going to throw the ball efficiently. Their quarterback's probably the best player on the team. Very fast, accurate when he throws. Just a great football player. Defensively, what we've seen on film is kind of an even front. They like to play the linebackers up tight, a couple 2-3 yards off the ball. They like to blitz them. They're super aggressive on defense. Good, they have great size and great strength, and they're good tacklers. So we certainly have our work cut out for us. With all that being said, I think we're right there with them. If we play well and play with our ability, and I certainly think that we can be competitive with them and come out on top Friday night with all those factors, as long as we match the intensity and we stay on our blocks and we make tackles when we have the opportunity to.
I guess, it's even. We're playing on the same field, and they know about as much about us as we know about them. So
sure.
We'll find out Friday night. It's going to be, it should be a fantastic atmosphere. It's supposed to be another nice evening. We've had two great warm late summer evenings, and I think we're going to have another one this Friday night. So again, we want the fans to come out. We should pack the house Friday night.
Absolutely.
Welcome James Monroe here with a loud voice.
Absolutely. It should be maybe the premier game in Southern West Virginia here in our area. I just think it's going to be a slobber knocker for us. And certainly the more support that we can have, the more fans we can get out there, the better it's going to be for us. But we get to have them at home, we get to host them. In games like this, you want to have a crowd on your side. So we encourage you to come out. It's going to be a beautiful night. Another great night for football. And again, you should see just one heck of a game. You really should.
We're all excited. So we again invite everybody out Friday night. We'll be right back with Marcus Guy. Hi, this is Randy Hunt, voice of the Patriots. We're back here on Patriot TV. I have with me my friend Marcus Guy. Marcus had an unusual game Friday night, as we discussed before. 4 touches, 4 scores. In baseball, we hit for the cycle, try to hit a single, double, triple, home run. You scored 3 different ways, and the only thing you didn't do is return a kickoff back. But tell us about you only touched about 4 times, so tell us about all 4 times and how you end up weaving your way through.
Oh, my first touchdown was off a rush. 15-yard rush, which didn't look too good on my stats. It was a little goofy because it was the only one I had. So 4 touchdowns with 15 yards looked a little funny to me.
Yeah.
My second one, I'm pretty sure was off a punt, which was the first return for 71 yards. And that was just off a couple set blocks from Connor Gibson and Chase Mills.
Yeah, they over penetrated, and once you were by them, you were gone.
Oh yeah, definitely outbreak speed when I get outside. But I think my third one was, I want to say, my reception from Tyler Hagan, who had a pretty nice throw. I was surprised. Yeah. It was nice.
It's on the money.
It was. And the corner didn't really play off on me. He just kind of sunk in. So that was a nice play. And then my last punt return, I think, made top 5 plays this week.
Yes, I think it made the top play on one of the stations I saw on Facebook today. And you're up for all kind of other honors. There's another thing on Facebook from ESPN, the local ESPN station, and so you've been waiting in line for the last few years. You were a defensive specialist last year. I mean, one of the best tacklers we've had in the last couple of years, and now you're getting your chance on offense. Are you enjoying playing a lot on both sides of the ball?
I am enjoying it. It's a lot of fun to play offense and defense. Tiring,
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, when we started the season, was like, is that going to affect how you play your defense? And
Right.
I don't think it has for the most part. In all honesty, the first 2 games I've got a lot of touches anyways on defense. That's like we've been everybody's tried to run through us, and we've had pressure on the inside. So far, we're good.
Right. Yeah, you haven't had to chase a whole lot of guys down on defense because we have contained it pretty well up front. So that's great. You're playing football, you play basketball, you run track. I know you had track season kind of ends at the end of the school year. Had a good year with track last year. Went to the States. What all did you qualify for?
400, 4x2 shuttles, and long jump.
Yeah, and then you got a medal in the long jump. I know you're jumping over 20 feet.
It was 20 feet, 3.5 inches.
3.5 inches. So I think probably going to have another good year of track coming in the spring. Got I know the shuttle hurdle team. Got 3 members of that back. Just need to fill one spot, and
Our
should
shoes
be
to fill.
should be close though. Should be close. So you know a little bit. You've watched a little game film on James Monroe. They a little bigger, probably a little better than what we played the last couple of weeks. So
Definitely.
how are you guys mentally preparing for that?
Mentally, we're going into it like any other game. I mean, we're going in thinking, hey, only game of the week, only game on the schedule you can focus on. So, I mean, the team stayed focused. We had a really good day of practice today. Our offense is looking good. Our line's been really looking good this year. So, coming in, I'm looking forward to their blitz to see our line takes into that. But other than that, I think offensively we can stop. Well, we're not really stopping, but get by.
Right. Good. Well, everyone's excited. We're going to have a packed house. I feel certain of that. And as Coach said, this is probably the game of the week for the southern part of the state.
Oh, yeah.
These are 2 playoff teams from last year, and it's going to be that little extra flavor that we haven't played each other. I don't know when the last time we played each other, so it should be exciting. I can't wait. It's going to be another nice night as far as weather and all that. And you told me last week, right before the game, we're going to have a good game. So you going to tell me that again?
Oh yeah, definitely. We hear the ball. Me and the teams go out and do our thing. I think we can make everybody proud.
Okay. Got to give it our best, right?
Definitely.
All right.
100%.
Well, man, I appreciate you. I love you, brother, and I'm glad to have you here on Patriot TV. And we'll see you Friday night.
Anytime.
All right. This is Randy Hunt, voice of the Patriots, Patriot TV. We'll see everyone Friday night. Let's go, Patriots!